Well, I'm on the farm today and I've got the Vermeer TR90 rake tedder combo set to Ted hay on the back of the John Deere 5055D, the backbone of this farm. Everything is fueled up, greased, and we're ready to hit the field. Sunny day, low humidity, there's a slight breeze, probably not as much as I'd like, but I'll take what I can get. Here's the stuff I cut last night. This is kind of this plateau I've talked about. And then the west fields going down that way and the low ground on down there. And I just want to see what I got before I start tedding, so I just thought I'd take you along for the ride. And it was kind of getting dark last night on my last video. And I'll work my way from here when I start tedding. I'll come back up here. But I'll work my way from here down to that west field and then on to that low ground, because it's going to dry out here first and there kind of second and third down along that tree line. So a goodly amount of undergrowth in here, and I don't know if I'm going to fill up all my wagons or and have some round bales, but I mean, when I get up into here and different places, it's thicker. It always has been. This is the west field, and down here is this low ground. Just kind of ease on down here, but looking at my tires too to see if the dew's coming up on them. Probably when I get on down here, there'll be a little more dew. But you know, there's going to be some bales of hay off this, off of these little fields here. So let me motor back up to that little plateau and get started. All right, so I got this little plateau tedded up, and I didn't take any video of it. I don't want this to be a super long video. I'll get some on down there, and but my Vermeer TR90 and John Deere are doing a pretty good job. I'm working at a brisk pace, and you know, there's a lot of green undergrowth in here, and as you can see, I mean, it's not horse quality hay, but there's some nutritional value in here, and it's probably going to look pretty good in the bale. And if we can get a wind, I got a tall, you know, a tall stubble here, and this stuff's sitting right up on it, and you know, hopefully it'll get dry. And we do have low humidity for a change, but yeah, the John Deere and the Vermeer TR90 getting the job done. All right, so I got this field tedded out, and I mean, if you look at the video, and I'm looking back, just tedding the hay, but also when I was recording, I mean, there's some spots in here where there's some serious chunks of hay getting fluffed up into the air and turning the green, you know, to the top. And you can see that right there. So there's a little bit of a breeze, not much, but the sun is definitely pouring down on this hay, and I expect it's going to be dried out here pretty soon. I'm not so sure I couldn't bale tomorrow, but I'll probably wait one more day. And but this west field, I've mentioned this in other videos, but this is the perfect field for a guy with a day job. And because when I was working, before I retired, when I was working, I'd get up here on the farm with not a whole lot of time before the dew would come on, and it's really the dew, not the darkness, that kills the haymaker, and you got to put the equipment away. But it's just big enough to get really good yield and fill up some hay wagons, but it's small enough that you're not consuming the biggest part of the day, the best part of the day in the afternoons, raking it or tedding it or whatever. And so often you have to do that rake and tedding right before you bale the hay, and you take that and then you add the time you got to run the baler, and it can obliterate an afternoon, and pretty soon you're in you know, pretty soon you're just out of time, and the dew comes and you got to knock it off, and there may be rain coming. So but this field was always nice because it was just big enough to give you that yield, and yet small enough you could come in here after work and give it a work and get your job done. But there's the John Deere and the Vermeer. The next stop is down here in the low ground. There's still a few shadows down there, but I'm gonna get down there and fluff it up anyway. So I'll be back. Well, I'm down here in the low ground and tedding away, and going pretty good, or it was going pretty good. And I had hearing a clanging and a banging on my tedder, and I looked over my shoulder, and let me get around on the other side. There's a guard, this guard right here, this whole guard assembly, it comes down and connects right here, and that broke. It just, I didn't hit it or anything, it just broke. And so I need to fashion a fix for that before I continue, because last thing I want is this guard to get all bent up. So I could probably put a plate, a steel bar, on the back side of that, and maybe bolt it here and here. Here and here, and maybe kind of work through that one continuous piece. It can be welded, but probably needs to be braced up too. So I got to call it quits now until I can figure this out. So anyway, I've had a pretty good day out here with the tedder. Aside from this, I suppose I could put a pair of vice grips on it and run it like some people would, maybe. But anyway, I'm going to end the video right here, so catch up with you later.